Hi everybody. Hold on, I'm going to get this up. Get the other door too, honey. Alright, so this is my little video. We haven't done one in a while, which is totally my fault. So I thought this would be our minor video today. And as you can see, I'm wearing my Christmas Hawaiian shirt that John and I wore to Key West. He's got one too. It's kind of silly, but I don't know if you can see Santa. I don't know if there's Santa, but what, is there Santa? Is that Santa? Well, anyway, you don't have to be staring at my shirt, but it has nothing to do with the season, except I thought it was fun. So I hope everyone is well and you all have you're having a good weekend. All right, so I thought today would be minors. Minors from 25, 26, and 27. We're gonna go through all of them, okay? So right now, please turn to page 123. These minors, right off the bat, you look at every one of these keys. The major key for these is E flat major, yes? And to figure it out, if you were at your keyboard, again, if you can't do the circle of fifths in your head, if you went down 3 half steps on the keyboard from E flat, you can come up with the relative minor of that key. In the case of E flat major, it shares a key with C minor. These are all in C minor, and we've not sung in C minor in a while. And I had you go through one of each of these, I believe, if we had time, last week. But I'm going to go through all of them right now. But again, if you really struggle with that, or your mind went blank on identifying those keys, look at the last note. The last note of every single one of these examples is a C. And that's there it is, right? We're in C minor. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is let's all sing the natural minor scale. C minor, do, re, mi, fa, sol, le, te, do. Here we go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, le, te, do. Do, te, le, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, mi, sol, mi, do. So example number 1 is starting on an E flat, which would be May. Doesn't look too bad except for the rhythms. I was telling a lot of you with those dotted quarters again, to keep right on track of where you need to be, maybe pat your leg of those 3/8 notes for a dotted quarter. Dot, dot, you know, just to keep you right where you need to be if you really struggle with kind of keeping time when you get to dotted quarters. Let's give this one a shot. Let's see if I do it right. Who knows? 1 and 2 and here we. Me, sol, fa, sol, le, te, do, re, mi, do, le, sol, mi, do. I think that's right. I'm going to play it now for you. Ready, go. Good. Remember that do to la at the very end. The destination's really sol, right? Do, sol, and we're just stopping at la for do, le, sol, mi, do. All right, example number 2. Many of you did this one, so we just have the funky rhythm in the third measure, but it's not too bad. Let's give it a shot. This one's starting on sol. 1 and 2 and ready. Sol, do, te, le, sol, mi, fa, re, mi, do, re, mi. 3, 4. Sol, fa, mi, re, te, do. We want to keep that note really nice and low. Bottom. Here's how it sounds with me playing it. Ready, and... melodic minor scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, de, le, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Here we go. Ready, and do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, te, le, sol, fa, mi, re, do, me, sol, me, do. Example number 3, we're starting on do. Let's take a look at this. Do, te, le, sol, me, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Now we got these fun quarter note triplets in that third measure, yes? Me, re, do, te, la, ti, me, re, do. All right, let's see if Jay gets it right. 1 and 2 and do, te, le, sol, me, fa, sol, la, ti, do, me, re, do, te, la, ti, me, re, do. All right, those last two measures are pretty hard. Do, me, re, do, te, la, just a half step down, then a whole step up, ya, da, dee. That's hard. Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Here's how it sounds with me playing it. Ready, and... All right, example number 4. Many of you did this. If we didn't get to it, I think I told all of you, but just as a reminder, the third measure, we need to put a triplet bracket over those 3 quarter notes, okay, to make that a 4/4 measure. It's another one of my Campbell's typos. What else could we have done to keep, I could have left it alone and made that a 5/4 measure and kept that a 4/4 measure. That would totally work, right? I could have turned one of those quarter notes, I could have turned, into 8th notes. And we could have beamed either the C and the E flat or the E flat and the G and turned those into 8th notes, and that would have made it 4/4. But I think putting the triplet on top is probably what he had intended. It just didn't quite work out. Okay, so let's try this one. And again, remember that natural on the A in the first measure holds for any subsequent A's on that line, within the measure. And so that means that is la. So, la, ti, la, do. The only way that would be le is if we put a flat on that A. Yes? A lot of you asked those really good questions last week, which is awesome. So, 1 and 2 and here we so, la, ti, la, do, re, do, te, sol, me, fa, re, do, me, sol, la, ti, me, re, do. And again in that third measure, sol, me, fa, re. Make sure you get all the way down there to re to get to do rather than sol, me, fa, me, do. Re, do. You hear the difference? That's awfully low for me to sing, but that's what it is. Bum, bum. Here's how it sounds. Ready, and... Sing with me the harmonic minor scale. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, le, ti, do. Do, ti, le, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Here we go. Ready, and do, re, mi, fa, sol, le, ti, do. Do, ti, le, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, mi, sol, mi, do. So number 5. Starting on do, then we've got le, sol, me, fa, sol, fa, me, re, fa, le, ti, re, do. Oh, good lordy. Look at that third measure. Re, fa, le, ti, re, do, le, ti, do. And it's in 3/4. Whew, that's a tricky one. Let me see how we do. 2, 3, 1. Do, le, sol, me, fa, sol, fa, me, re, fa, le, ti, re, do, le, ti, do. Did I do it right? Re, fa, le, ti, re, do. Yikes, that's tricky. Here's how it goes. Ready, and. It's also hard to keep all those eighth notes going, right? Without, and then, you know, re, fa, le, ti, re, do, le. That's not easy. All right, number 6, we've got some fun rhythms in the first measure, me, fa, le. And again, try saying these in rhythm before you sing them. Me, fa, le, sol, le, ti. It might really help. And then add the melodic line after. You know, like example number 5. Do, le, sol, me, fa, re. You know, I know it's silly, but then if you're struggling with the rhythm, especially with the major melodies in this chapter, say them in rhythm with the solfege, then add the notes. That might be a good way to do it. Okay, here's number 6. Starting on me. 2, ready. Me, fa, le, sol, le, ti, re, do, ti, le, ti, sol, me, fa. What did I do? Ti, le, ti, sol, fa, me, re, sol, ti, do. There we go. It's my only mistake I can make. I only get one. Ti, le, ti, sol, fa, me, re, sol, ti, do. We all know that one was hard. That's a tricky one. Here's ready, and. All right, chapter 25, pretty good. So please turn to page 128. What key are these in? So our A flat, the relative major for these keys, 4 flats, is A flat major. So if we started on A flat, went down 3 half steps, these are in F minor. And if you look at them, starting note, we've got C, F, A flat, F, A flat, F. Ending note, all F. So there's our little signal that we can say, aha, these are in F minor. So let's do the harmonics and work our way up. So harmonic minor scale in the key of F. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, mi, sol, mi, do. All right, so number 6, starting on sol. Sol, le, sol, me, re, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, le, sol, fa, me, ti, do, do. Fa, sol, le, sol, fa, me, ti, do, do. Yes? Having trouble reading this F minor. Let's try it. So, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1. Sol, me, re, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, le, sol, fa, me, ti, do, do. Did I do it? It sounded weird. Sol, me, re, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, le, sol, fa, me, ti, do, do. I think so. Here's how it goes. 1, ready, and. All right, number 5. do, me, re, me, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, le, sol, fa, me, re, la, ti, do. So again, in that second measure, we've got an E natural. That natural sign's going to hold for that tied note, the and of 4, right? So those are both T's, so don't get confused even though there's no natural sign. All right, let's give this one a shot. 1, 2, do, me, re, me, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, le, sol, fa, me, re, la, ti, do. Make sure you get all the way down to la, ti, do. It's not easy, right? Me, re, me, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti. I can't do that in full voice, at least not right now. I don't want to make the neighbors crazy. If you can, awesome. Otherwise, flip like I did. Here we go. Ready, and. All right, melodic minor. Let's sing the scale. Ready, and. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, te, le, sol, fa, mi, re, do, mi, sol, mi, do. All right, number 4. Starting on mi, fa, sol, la, sol, ti, te, le, sol, me, fa, re, me, do. We got a little diesire at the end. Me, re, me, do. So it gets very chromatic in that second measure, right? We've got C to an E natural is a whole step. E natural to an E flat is a half step. E flat to a D flat is a whole step. D flat to a C is a half step. So that's very chromatic. That's really getting crunchy in there, right? So this is less of a melody and more like an ear training exercise of being able to see if we can kind of maneuver our way through those notes, which is not easy. Let me give it a shot. 1, 2. Me, re, me, fa, sol, la, sol, ti, te, le, sol, me, fa, re, me, do, sol, ti, te, le, sol, ti, te, le, sol. That's really fiendish, as is do, me, fa, sol, la, sol, me, fa, sol, la, sol. Here's how it sounds. Ready, and. All right, number 3. If it's not already been changed, please change. Example number 3 should be in 3/4. If you look, there are 3 beats in those measures, not 4 like it says in my book, so I had to change that. Okay? Do, me, re, me, fa, sol, la, ti, do, de, le, sol, me. Oh, great. This is classic melodic minor. This actually would be a really good one just to practice on because it's up and down. It's pretty much just a scale, right? 1, 2, 3, 1. Do, me, re, me, fa, sol, la, ti, do, te, le, sol, me, do, me, fa, sol, la, ti, do, te, le, sol, me, do. You see what I'm doing with my hands? It's the blessing of having played piano for as long as I have. I am visualizing the keyboard. So, and if some of you, if you're whiz kids at the piano, this might be a way to help physicalize doing exact, the hand sign. This is what I'm doing, is I'm on my keyboard, bump, yum, bump, 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 bump. It's very Helen Kellery, what I'm, ya-da-da-ya-da-dum. I'm actually visualizing those notes on the keyboard, and for some reason, not all the time, but it helps get me where I need to go. So, all right, here's how it sounds with me just playing it. 1, ready, go. All right, natural minor scale. Here we go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do. Do, te, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, mi, sol, mi, do. All right, let's do number 2. Mi, sol, fa, mi, re, do, te, do, mi, fa, so, sol, te, do. Here, this is a great example of so many dotted quarters of you doing the snaps or the pats to make sure that we're right on track with those dotted quarters. 1, 2. Mi, sol, fa, mi, re, do, te, do, mi, fa, so, sol, te, do. You notice how I'm treating it almost like we're singing in Latin? They're not tays, they're not lays, they're not mays. Me, te, le. I feel like the less of a diphthong you do, the more we might be able to keep those notes squarely where they need to be. So try to practice that. I've mentioned that in class at one point, but me, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do, da, ya, da, 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 rather than lay, te, I just think it's too many sounds and it might affect the intonation. And intonation is all we've got with these, right? It's just got to be right in the pocket. All right, how about number 1? Do, mi, re, do, fa, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, re, te, do, re, mi, fa, mi, do. All right, look at that string of eighth notes. 1, 2, and here we do, mi, re, do, fa, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, re, te, do, re, mi, fa, mi, do. Yikes, that's really heinous. Sol, fa, mi, re, te, do, re, mi, fa, mi, do. I would practice those 2 measures because that's not easy. It's like you're on a roller coaster and you can't get off of it. Here's how it sounds without me singing it. Ready, and. All right, one more chapter. Oh boy. Oh boy. Page 132. These are in the key of E major. Oh my goodness. Which means if we started on E, went down 3 half steps, these are in C sharp minor. All right. So let's do the natural minor scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do. C sharp minor. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do. Do, te, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, mi, sol, mi, do. So let's start with number 1. Do, re, mi, do. Te, le, sol, fa, mi, fa, sol, te, do, mi, re, sol, te, do, not ti, do. So again, ti, do at the end, we'd have to have a sharp on that B, wouldn't we? Which is really a C natural, right? B sharp and C. All right, let's try this bad boy. 1 and 2 and number 1. Do, re, me, do, te, le, sol, fa, me, fa, sol, te, do, me, re, sol, te, do. We gotta keep that note nice and low. Yikes. All right, here's how it sounds without me. Ready, and... All right, number 2, we've got a little issue in the second measure. If you see, we've got the last beat, a 16th note with a dot, which makes no sense, and then an 8th note. So we could do a couple things here. We could get rid of the 16th note and treat it like and put the 16th note on the end, which is probably what it is. What I did is, let's make that, get rid of the dot on the C sharp and put a dot on the B. So that rhythm will be in that second measure, 1, 2, and 3, a 4E. It's kind of weird, but ba, ba, di, ga, da, okay? So let's try that. It's kind of evil. So what are we starting on? So sol, me, fa, sol, le, te, do, me, do, te, le, do, re, me, re, do, sol, fa, me, te, do. Good Lord, can I do this one? Good Lordy. Because I don't really give myself time to like really do them, so let me just try it. 2 and sol, me, fa, sol, le, te, do, me, do, te, le, do, re, do, sol, fa, me, te, do. Did I do it? Do, me, sol, le, te, do, me, do, te, le, do, re, do, sol, fa, me, te, do. Boy, that's evil. Here we go. Ready, and... Melodique. Let's do the melodic scale. So in the key of C sharp minor, we're going to raise the A to an A sharp and the B to a B sharp, and that'll give us our La and our T. Here we go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, te, le, sol, fa, me, re, do, me, sol, me, do. So number 3, we're starting on sol. So, la, ti, le, sol, fa, sol, la, do, re, do, te, le, sol, fa, la, sol, la, ti, do. Yikes. You know how goofy I was? Just be goofy like that, you know? Ya, ra, ya. I think anything you can do to get it in your body, hold on to the book, and just be silly and stupid. If it helps. If it doesn't help, don't do it. But who can see anyway, right? I can't see you do it. Here we go, number 3. 1 and 2 and... Sol, la, ti, le, sol, fa, me, fa, sol, la, do, re, do, te, le, sol, fa, la, ti, do. Here's how it sounds. Ready, and... Number 4, do, te, do, te, sol, la, sol, me, sol, la, ti, do, re, me, do, sol, fa, me, re, mi, sol, ti, do. See, you can turn it into a language. Like if you talk that on the subway, people would avoid you. Like do, te, sol, la, sol, mi, sol,